afternoon, we will be discussing linear kinematics of rigid bodies. Okay, now let's start with our discussion with the rotation about a fixed axis. Okay, so ito yung isang halimbawa or representation of an object. So for example, meron tayo dito, di ba? Ano tong rule class? This is the right hand rule, no, di ba? If you have remembered dun sa moment, basically sa moment we have F R cross F, no, R cross F, that would give us the moment. Okay, the same thing here. So if our body, no, ito na body, initially nandito siya, okay, and we rotate it in this direction, as you can see yung sa arrow natin, and that would have a what we called, initially ito pala yung ano niya, then we move it in the direction along this, parang nag-rotate siya. Okay, rotation about a fixed axis. Ito yung axis natin na fixed. So that has a differential theta, or that is basically yung arc na na-displace siya. That is denoted as by the d theta. Okay? Or that is the angular displacement, kumbaga. Okay? And then we have here these symbols. This one refers to the angular velocity that has a unit of radians per second. This one is the symbol or the representation for angular acceleration that has a unit of radian per second square. Ito naman yung angular displacement, that is ang unit nito is radians. Okay, so let's start our discussion with angular motion. So sa angular motion, since a point is without dimension, itong point na to walang dimension yan, it cannot have an angular motion. Only lines or bodies undergo angular motion. So only yung lines or yung bodies natin, kaya yung point, okay, wala man yan siyang dimension, then it cannot possess angular motion. Pero once that a body, okay, is rotating around this axis, and that body is said to have an angular motion. So it means it possesses at any point or at any time, at any point in time, no, meron siyang angular displacement, angular acceleration, at angular velocity. Okay, so angular position at the instance shown here, the angular position of r, itong r na to, this is the initial position, then nag-move siya in this direction, okay, is defined by the angle theta. Yung r position is defined by the angle theta, that is with reference to this point, measured from the fixed reference line to r. Now, yung una is yung angular displacement. Ito yung d theta. The change, okay, angular displacement by definition is the change in the angular position, which can be measured as a differential d theta. Ito yung differential angle. This is called the angular displacement. Okay? Now, this vector has a magnitude of d theta, measured in degrees. So, yung measure niya either in radians, or it could be in degrees, or it could be in revolution. Now, you need to remember the conversion unit or conversion factor, that in 1 revolution, that is 2 pi radians. And how many degrees in 1 revolution, class? How many degrees in 1 revolution?
360.
Okay, 360 yan. That
360.
is 1 circle, 1 whole circle, no? 1 revolution yan. Example, at this point, this is our point of axis or axis natin kung saan, point natin kung saan yung axis natin, then this is our particle. Nag-move siya 1 revolution. That means 1 whole circle. Okay, or in radians, so that is 2 pi. Okay. And then we also have, okay, we have this circle, no? Basically, this is the this is where the axis, no? Ito yun, kumbaga. Ito yun. Tinignan na natin dito sa top view. Wow. So dito tayo nagtingin niya, no? Top view. So ito yung itsura niya. So ito yung initial point natin, then nag-move tayo dito. Of course, meron tayong acceleration angular at saka angular velocity. Okay? So angular velocity, that is the time rate of change in the angular position. Okay? And it is denoted by this symbol omega. Ito yun, no? So, yung formula natin, since that's the time rate of change of the angular position, di ba meron tayong angular displacement that is denoted as by this symbol d theta. Okay. Kung kukunin natin yung time rate of change of that d theta, and then basically we are deriving the theta with respect to time, and we will get the angular velocity. Okay, that is region per second. Okay, then we also have angular acceleration. Okay, that is denoted as by the symbol alpha. It measures the rate of change of the angular velocity. Yung kanina, nakuha na natin yung angular velocity, that is d theta over dt. If we will be deriving this once again, we will get, okay, itong angular acceleration. Ito yun. Ayan yung alpha ko ha. Kasi meron yang ganito, that refers to the acceleration. Okay. Ito, this is the angular acceleration. Later, you will realize ano yung difference nila. Okay, ito yung alpha ko. And then, that is basically the second derivative of our d theta with respect to time. Or that is the first derivative ng ating angular velocity with respect to time. So, ito yung formula natin, no? Ito yung formula natin for angular acceleration. That is the first derivative or the time rate of change of our angular velocity. Okay, by eliminating dt from the equations, yung equation natin kanina, we have the, sulat ko lang ulit we have angular velocity, that is d theta over dt. Then another one, we have angular acceleration, that is angular velocity over dt. And by cross multiplying, we get here dt equivalent sa d theta over angular velocity. The same thing for here, we get dt equivalent sa the angular velocity over angular acceleration. If we will be equating these two, no, so we get d theta over angular velocity, equate natin yan sa d angular velocity over angular acceleration. And by cross multiplying, we have angular acceleration times d theta equivalent sa angular velocity times the angular velocity. So we get this formula. Okay, that represent, or this one relates the angular velocity by the angular displacement and the angular velocity. This one is angular acceleration para. So we relate the angular acceleration, the angular displacement, and the angular velocity in one equation. Okay? Nakuha nyo ba, class? Can you confirm if nakuha nyo ba to? Saan to nanggaling? Hello? Still
Yes,
there?
sir.
Okay, can you hear my voice clearly, class?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
Loud and clear. Okay, that's good. Okay. So, we have here constant angular acceleration. Paano naman if yung angular acceleration natin is constant, no, at the specific body? So, if the angular acceleration of the body is constant, that is said to be yung tawag nito. Okay, yung angular acceleration natin is constant, denoted as c. When integrated, yield a set of formulas which relate the body's angular velocity, angular position, and time. Not only this one yung magiging formula natin, because kapag angular acceleration is constant, we can also use this tawag nito, formulas. And do not be tawag nito, huwag kayong tawag nito, class, kayong matakot is because itong mga formula na to is ma-relate lang natin dun sa kinematics. Okay, rectilinear motion kumbaga. Yung sa kinematics, 'di ba? We have your velocity final equivalent sa velocity initial plus acceleration times time. Dito, okay, distance equivalent sa distance initial plus velocity initial times time plus 1/2 acceleration times squared, di ba? If you have remembered these formulas, ito naman velocity final square equivalent sa velocity initial square plus 2 acceleration tapos s minus s sub 0. So, ito yung mga formula natin sa rectilinear kinematics. Okay, dito, okay, ito yung mga formula naman, counterpart na formula for angular, okay, planar kinematics of rigid body na involved na yung mga angular or rotation about a fixed axis. Okay? So, huwag kayong matakot nito class because similar lang ito dito. Only yung change is yung mga symbol that refers to mga angular velocity, angular displacement, at saka angular acceleration. Okay? Yung sub c dito refers to a constant yung or that represents that the angular acceleration is constant. Okay? So may mga problem tayo later na sinabi doon is yung, the angular acceleration is constant, or if ever yung angular acceleration is binigay 5 radians per second, so obviously constant yan, no? Compare mo yan doon sa angular acceleration that is varying with respect to time. Okay, ganito. So this is not a constant but a variable. Varying yung ating angular acceleration. Okay, this is not a constant, this is a variable. This one is a constant. No, nakita nyo naman wala tayong function of t here. Okay? So, next one is the position and displacement. Iba yung angular position or angular displacement sa position and displacement. Kung kukunin natin yung ang kung kukunin natin yung position or displacement ng ating object about a fixed axis, so gagamitin natin tong equation na to ha. So basically ds or differential, if you have remember yung arc length natin, di ba yung arc length natin is r tapos theta. If you have remember that one, meron tayong circle dito, then meron tayong object dito, or basically ito kung kukunin natin yung arc nito, arc length, di ba? S yan. So ano yung arc length nito, di ba? That is multiplied by yung radius at saka yung central angle na naka-radian mode or naka-radian to. That is the central angle of the circle. Now the same thing here, kung kukunin natin yung total, okay, displacement or position ng ating object, hindi angular position hindi din angular displacement, you would need to solve for the integral of this one. Okay, ito yung magiging formula natin. For velocity naman, okay, if we need to determine the velocity of P, sinasabi nitong P, yung previous natin na diagram, ito yung P. Ito yung magiging object natin or particle natin. So, yan magtanong kayo ba, ano yung P dito? So, basically, this one is your ds. Itong part na to, ito lang na part. Okay? Kung kukunin natin yung displacement sa angular, ito naman yung d theta. Okay? So, kung kukunin natin yung velocity, okay? Di ba? Recall natin yung velocity natin sa rectilinear is ds over dt. Kung nakuha natin yung ds natin, which is equivalent sa r d theta. So, therefore, yung velocity pala natin is ds, okay, or r d theta, okay? R d theta over dt, no? Kasi ds over dt tama ba? And we know that d theta over dt is basically equivalent yan sa ano to? Equivalent sa d theta over dt. Ano to class? Copy natin yung r, yung d theta over dt is equivalent sa ano to class? Angular velocity. Okay, therefore yung velocity natin equivalent siya sa angular velocity. Multiply natin by the radius. Okay? Yan yun class Okay, then both the magnitude and direction of V can also be accounted for by using the cross product of the W and RP. The RP is directed from any point on the axis of rotation to the point P. So, similar lang yan dun ha. Yung sinasabi ditong RP, we need to say, ito yung specific radius for the point, for the particle at point P. Okay? So, acceleration tayo. The acceleration of P can be expressed in terms of its normal and tangential acceleration. Take note, in curvilinear, di ba, pag meron tayong object na move in a curved path, then, if kunin natin yung acceleration niya, total acceleration, hindi lang yan yung tangential acceleration. We also need to consider the normal acceleration. Okay? Tama ba? And from here, makukuha na natin yung total acceleration. Itong total acceleration or just simply yung A, no? Using the Pythagorean theorem, normal acceleration squared plus tangential acceleration squared, no? Wherein yung tangential acceleration, di ba that is dv over d theta? No, dv over dt. Nakuha na natin yung dv kanina, di ba? Yung dv kanina, basically, ito yun, no? Okay, kung kukunin natin yung dv, basically, dv, ito yun, r d theta, divide natin by d theta. No. Hindi pala. Okay, sandali lang ha. So, basically, itong ang tangential acceleration, recall natin yung angular acceleration, di ba? That is dw over dt, no? Tama ba? Okay. Kanina nakuha natin yung velocity equivalent sa radius, tapos ito radius at saka itong tawag nito radius at itong dw, no? Now, kung kukunin natin yung derivative nito with respect to time, you will get dv over dt. Tama ba? dv over dt. Yung radius dito, considering that is a constant, so we can set that aside. Then we also have the angular velocity over dt. Wherein yung the angular velocity over dt, that is the same thing as itong angular acceleration. So, yung dv over dt, di ba, that is your acceleration, no, sa rectilinear. That is tangential. Kaya, ito yung magiging relationship natin. Yung yung tangential acceleration is equivalent sa angular acceleration times the radius. Okay, ito yung derivation niyan. Now, kung kukunin naman natin yung normal acceleration, di ba, recall natin yung normal acceleration, equivalent yan sa velocity square over what? Radius, no? Since yung velocity natin dito, that is equivalent sa r, angular acceleration, square natin yan, divide natin yan by r. So, this means we have here angular acceleration, normal acceleration, equivalent yan sa r squared, omega square over r. So, makancel yung isang r, therefore, we have here omega square r. So, yan na yung magiging formula natin for normal acceleration. Kapag nakuha na natin yung tangential acceleration at saka yung normal acceleration, then makukuha na natin yung total acceleration of our object. Okay? Okay, total acceleration, ito na yun. So, ito yung sa tangential na part. Ito naman yung sa normal na part. Bakit negative to, class? Bakit negative to? Considering ito yung vector form niya na, vector form to, class. Kung kukunin natin yung scalar form niyan, of course, yun yung ganito. Okay, di ba? Yun yung ganito. Okay? So, bakit negative to? Okay, anyone? Bakit negative to? Hello? Kasi, if magawa tayo na, i-project natin tong axis na to, na part ito ha, i-project natin to na axis, no? Okay. And then, ito yung axis natin for tangential, no? Tangential axis or t-axis. Ito naman sa normal axis. Okay. Away from the point natin o center, positive yan, yung magiging convention natin. And papunta dito, positive din yan, no? So, opposite to the direction of positive axis, so that is negative. Okay, negative to plus. Kasi yung normal acceleration natin is always directed towards the center. Okay? Kapag vector form. Pero pag angular or scalar or magnitude yung kukunin natin, kahit na negative to, if we square a negative, that is always a positive value. Kaya positive to dito. Ha? This is vector form kung kukunin natin yan in vector form. Basically, tangential at saka normal component. Okay? So, we also have these two rotating bodies in contact.
Sir, kadali lang sagot pabalik ko dato, sir.
Yes.
Paliog lang, sir.
Yes. Question.
Tama, sir.
Okay na?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay, sige. So, we also have two rotating bodies in contact. Ano yung example ng mga two rotating bodies in contact? Would you give me some examples, class? Example ng mga two rotating bodies in contact. Anyone? Wala? Okay, example of the two rotating bodies in contact is yung mga gears. Okay, gears. We also have belts and pulley, no? Hindi yung sa belts and pulley, translate linear at saka rotating to. Pinaka-example talaga is yung gears. Ito. So, meron tayong, usually yung maliit na gear, tinatawag natin yung pinion. And that is the driver. Yung maliit, yung driver. Okay, usually yung driver or yung pinion, tinatawag natin yan, pinion, naka-attach yan sa motor. Okay, motor, pinapower niya tong pinion. And yung pinion, magde-deliver yan ng power papunta dito sa malaking gear. Usually, yung malaking gear, tinatawag lang natin yan ng gear. That is the driven gear. Okay, yan yung kakonect yan dito sa example, yung meron tayong washing machine, okay? Naka-gear siya, no? Washing machine. So, galing sa motor, using this pinion, transfer niya yung power papunta dito sa gear, that is the driven gear, and that driven gear will power the washing machine, for example, like that, no? So, we have here yung individual radius ng ating rotating body B at saka rotating body C, no? They come in contact dito sa point A. So, yung A prime at saka A, that refers to the same point, ha? Ito yun, no? Parang magkaroon tayo ng line dito. The same point lang yan. Wherein, that is the point wherein yung B natin at saka C gears come into contact. Okay? So, kung i-separate natin yan, we have the velocity ng velocity dito, no? Itong, okay class, itong velocity A at saka velocity A prime, that has the same magnitude lang yan, ha? And they are what we call the pitch line velocity. When you say pitch line velocity, okay, when we say pitch line velocity, that is the velocity that is tangent to the teeth ng ating gear. Okay, yan yun. Tangent to the teeth of our gear. Aside from pitch line velocity, itong pitch line velocity, we can also no. Hindi pala siya tangent. Yung pitch line velocity natin is the total velocity. And itong pitch line velocity natin, we can resolve this into two components, yung tangential part niya at saka yung normal part. So basically, meron tayong normal velocity dito at saka tangential velocity, yan, parang ganito yun. Or, ano ba? Tama na. Basta, itong VA, that is pitch line velocity, is, or yung total velocity natin. Kasi kung kukunin naman natin yung tawag nito sa acceleration na part pala to, no? Okay, this one is the pitch line velocity. Kung kukunin natin yung acceleration, okay, kung kukunin natin yung wala palang normal velocity, no? Velocity lang talaga yan, pitch line velocity, tama. Pitch line velocity lang yan lahat, class, okay? Sa normal acceleration yung meron tayong sa acceleration yung meron tayong normal acceleration, meron din tayong tangential acceleration. Kung kukunin natin yung total acceleration, we need to square both sides, square nitong dalawa tapos square, 'di ba? We know that. Okay, itong prime, you need to say ano lang 'yan, separate, opposite lang 'yan ng direction, pero they have the same magnitude because isang characteristic ng gear is that hindi yan magme-mesh, hindi yan magro-rotate, no? successfully, or yung term yan is mesh, hindi yan magme-mesh once they don't have the same pitch line velocity. Okay? Or yung acceleration hindi the same. Okay? So, that's the only time, no? Kapag same yung acceleration, saka same yung pitch line velocity, that's the only time na magme-mesh yan, yung dalawa, yung pinion at saka yung gear. Okay? So, siguro try tayo solve ng mga problems, no? Okay, let me just move dun sa dito sa OneNote. Can you see my OneNote class?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so problem number 1 tayo. A cord is wrapped around a wheel. Shown, ito yun, no? Which is initially at rest when theta is 0. Okay, ito yung theta natin dito, class. Okay, that is the initial, parang create tayo dyan ng reference or initial line, no? Yan yung starting point ng ating wheel. Of course, di natin siguro malaman kung ano yung naging displacement na once wala tayong marking, no? So, yan yung magiging initial mark natin. If a force is applied to the cord, ito yung F, no? And it gives an acceleration. Okay, itong acceleration, that is 4t. So, obviously, that is a function of time, where t is in second. Determine as a function of time, okay, yung angular velocity, at yung pangalawa, yung angular position, yung theta natin. Okay? Of the line OP. Ito yung line OP. Okay, OP. Okay, OP, itong line OP. No, yung angular, ano niya, d theta para. Angular position niya, or theta na lang, in radians. Okay? So, theta yan. Now, recall natin, ano ba yung formula ng ating angular? Anong given natin, class? We are given with, ano to? Meter per second squared man yan. So, that is acceleration, no? So, kaya acceleration yan, hindi yan angular acceleration like this one. So, acceleration yan kasi naka-meter per second. Kapag angular acceleration, that is radians per second square. Okay? So, meron tayong acceleration there, and that is equivalent sa 40. Now, recall natin that yung acceleration, tangential lang yan. Tangential yan kasi obviously, tangent yan sa ating itong wheel, no? Wheel. So, this is tangential acceleration. That is 40. And recall natin yung tangential acceleration is equivalent siya sa angular acceleration times radius. Okay. Yung radius natin, constant yan. That is 0.2. Okay. Therefore, if we have here tangential acceleration equivalent sa 40, equate natin yan. Okay, yung 40, equate natin yan sa angular acceleration times radius 0.2. Okay. I think may nag-open ng mic. Sino yung nag-open ng mic? Okay. Sige, paki-off muna, ha. Okay, mag-on lang kayo if may tanong ako, class. Okay? So, therefore, makakuha natin tong angular acceleration as a function of time. So, that is 4 over 0.2 times t. Anong value ng 4 over 0.2? Sige daw. 4 over 0.2, that is equivalent sa 20t. Okay, 20t. Okay, anong unit ito? Angular acceleration? Class, anong unit nito?
Rad per second.
Radian
Rad per second
square. Okay, per second square kasi naka-angular acceleration tayo. Now, can we solve na for the value of angular velocity? Yes, no? Kasi we know that angular acceleration is equivalent sa derivative or first derivative ng angular velocity with respect to time. Okay? So, yung acceleration angular natin is naka-function of time. Therefore, if we will be cross-multiplying angular acceleration with this times dt, equivalent yan sa angular differential angular velocity. Okay? So, ito magiging 20t tapos dt, equivalent yan sa angular velocity na differential. Okay? If we take the integral of that, okay, anong integral ng 20t? Diba? That is 20t squared over t. Okay, over 2. No? Plus c. Okay, do not forget the constant of integration, c. That is equivalent now sa angular velocity. Ilagay ko lang tong angular velocity dito. Okay? Now, mag-apply tayo ng mga condition. So, at time 0, okay, at time 0, initial position, dito yun, no? So, at time 0, of course, yung velocity natin, or angular velocity natin, wala din, di ba? At time 0, yung angular velocity natin is 0 din, no? Radians per second. So, that means, that would give us 0 equivalent sa 20 times 0 square over 2, 0 din yan. That would give us our C equivalent sa 0. Tama? So, therefore, yung answer pala natin dito, yung angular velocity as a function of time, no? Sabi dito, determine as a function of time the angular velocity of the wheel. So, that is 20 divided 2, that is 10 t square. Okay, t square ba? Yes, t square. And that is a unit of radians per second. Okay, yan yung unang sagot natin for this example. Okay? 20t radians per second. Ano naman yung second question? Yung theta. Ano yung theta or the angular position ng ating point P? Okay, na naka-radians daw. Okay, for our second question, di ba meron tayong formula na kung kukunin natin yung angular velocity, that is basically d theta over dt. Okay? Now, nakuha na natin yung angular velocity natin, which is 10t square. Okay, multiply natin to dito. The angular velocity times d theta dt equivalent sa d theta. Okay, unahin ko lang itong d theta, ha. D theta equivalent sa the angular velocity dt. Okay, nakuha natin yung angular velocity natin, which is equivalent sa 10t square. Okay, then we have here d theta. And then, integrating both sides. Okay, integrating both sides, we have here theta is equivalent sa, integral nito is 10t cube over 3. And then, plus the constant of integration. Now, apply natin ulit. At time equivalent to 0, initially, yung theta natin is 0. Diba? Initially, at rest siya. So, yung theta natin dito is 0 radian din. No? So, that would give us 0 equivalent sa 10 over 3 t cube or 0 cube plus c. And that would give us still, yung c natin is equivalent sa 0. So, yung sagot pala natin for your angular position ng P natin is 10 over 3. Na yung value ng 10 over 3 natin, 10 divide 3, that would give us 3.33. Or repeating yan, class. Okay, 3.33, 33. Repeating yan, ha. And then we have a t cube. Okay? Anong unit nito? Naka-radian yan. Okay. So, ang sagot pala dito is 3.33. Okay, t cube radians. So, yan yung sagot natin for letter B. Okay? Nakuha ba to? Madali lang, class, no? Madali lang yan. If you have questions, do not hesitate to ask, no? Okay, problem number 2 tayo. Okay, let me just move this up. Okay, let me just move this up. Still have 13 minutes, so I think kaya pa to. Okay, problem number 2. The motor shown in the photo is used to turn a wheel. So, ito yung motor. Saan ba itong motor dito? Ito yung motor, no? Meron tayong motor dito. Okay, meron tayong ditong maliit na pulley. Usually, yung maliit na pulley yung driver. So, nakakonect yan sa ating motor. Ito yung motor natin. Then, using the belt, no? I-drive niya or yung driven natin is ito. Wheel. Okay, the motor shown in the photo is used to turn a wheel and attach blower contained within the housing. Okay, if the pulley A, okay, actually nandito na yun, no, pulley A, connected to the motor begins to rotate from rest with a constant angular acceleration. Constant angular acceleration. Tapos nakikita natin dito that yung angular acceleration, yan yung ganito, angular naman, nakalagay naman dito, angular acceleration. Okay, that is constant lang kasi wala tayong t dito. Okay, that refers to a constant angular acceleration. Determine the magnitudes of the velocity and acceleration of point P. Saan yung point P natin? Okay, yung point P natin nandito sa wheel B. Hindi sa pulley A. Wala siya sa pulley A, pero nandito siya sa wheel B. Okay, pero ang binigay dito is angular acceleration ng ating pulley A, which is 2 radians per second. Okay? So, ang kukunin natin is yung magnitude ng velocity at saka acceleration of point P on the wheel. So, velocity at acceleration. Hindi angular velocity, hindi din angular acceleration. So, therefore, ang kukunin natin velocity ng sa point P, no? Sa point P natin dito sa B at saka yung acceleration ng ating point P dito sa B. Okay? So, after the pulley has turned 2 revolutions, okay, yung 2 revolutions, okay, pulley natin, ito yung pulley natin, no? So, yung pulley natin, so that is theta A, okay, that is yung pulley natin, no? 2 revolutions. So, 2 revolutions. Ilang radians per 1 revolution? 2 pi, di ba? Okay, canceling revolution, mangyari this is 4 pi radians. So, nag-move yung ating pulley ng 2 pi radians. So, yan yung theta A. Assume the transmission belt does not slip on the pulley and wheel. So, wala siyang slippage. So, mean to say, 100% efficient siya. So, paano natin ito isosolve, class? Okay, take note ha, this is 4 pi radian. Okay, to solve for this one, recall natin, nandito tayo sa constant angular acceleration, no? Kapag constant angular acceleration, therefore, magagamit natin yung mga equation na pinisend ko kanina. Yung tatlong formula, no? Na pinisend ko kanina. Now, una nating makukuha is yung angular velocity ng pulley A natin dito. And that is equivalent sa, gamitin natin yung isang equation, no? Okay, angular velocity ng A square equivalent sa angular velocity ng A initial, okay, sabihin natin O dito, okay, square, okay, plus, okay, 2, then angular acceleration na constant. Tapos, we have the theta of A minus theta of A na initial. Okay, A to ha, sa A to lahat. So, initially, yung A natin is, wala man siyang angular velocity. 0 din yan, no? Initially, 0 din yung angular displacement natin or position niya. So, therefore, makukuha natin yung angular velocity ng A to be equivalent sa square root ng 2. Tapos, yung constant angular acceleration is 2 din. And then, yung angle theta is 4 pi. Okay? So, kung kukunin natin yung calculator natin, makukuha natin yung angular velocity ng A to be equivalent sa, okay, magiging 2 times 2, 4 times 16, no? 16 pi. Or that is equivalent sa, okay, sa, gawin natin exact na lang, no? So, square root ng 16 is 4. Okay, 4 square root of pi. Gawin natin exact lang, ha? So, this is naka-radians per second squared yan. Although, pwede nyo naman itong gawing in decimal. Pero, I just like to put it this way. Okay, para exact. Pero, di yan yung tanong natin, di ba? Kasi yan yung velocity dito. Angular velocity ng ating A, hindi yung angular velocity ng point P natin, no? But, we can use this one to relate yung equation natin. Since, meron tayong belt dito. And similar sa yung sa gear, no? Similar sa gear, no? Magro-rotate lang tong gear efficiently and successfully if they have what we call pitch line velocity is equal. Basically, yung velocity natin sa A should be equivalent sa velocity natin dito sa B. Okay, that is the only time, okay? Kapag may belt and pulley connection talaga tayo, dapat yung velocity natin dito sa A, that should be equal sa velocity natin dito sa dito sa V. Okay? Dito sa V. Okay. Therefore, basically, we just need to solve for the velocity ng A, no? That is equivalent sa velocity din ng B. Tama ba? Okay, that is equivalent sa angular velocity ng A tapos multiplied by radius ng A. Okay, ano yung angular velocity natin nakuha? 4 pi and then radians yan, ha? Okay, sorry, mali pala. Hindi pala radians squared. Radians per second. Okay, then yung radius natin is 0.15. So, 0.15. So, that would give us naka-regions. So, dalawang region yan. Kasi, dalawang region yan. Ano, tama ba? Region, sorry. Hindi, meter pala to na, sorry. Okay, meters to. And then, sige, saglit lang. This is radian per second. Ito, 0.15 meters yan. Now, if you multiply, ito class ha, if you multiply radians by meter, ang labas niyan, hindi rad meter. Okay, kasi ang rad that is considered to be dimensionless parameter. So, makukuha natin yan, meter per second. Yan ha, if we multiply radian by meter, meter lang yan. Okay, kasi itong radian parang wala yung unit or wala yung dimension. Okay, so that means we have here 4 pi or ito na lang, tapos multiply natin by 0.15. Okay, makukuha natin na value for velocity A is 1. Ayun, value natin class, 1.06. Okay, 1.06 meter per second. Okay, yan din yung ano class, yan din yung velocity ng point P natin. Kasi kung anong velocity ng point ng B natin, wheel, yan din yung velocity ng point natin kasi yung point P natin is nasa wheel B. So therefore, yung velocity ng point P is 1.06 din. Okay, so that is basically your answer for letter A. Okay. Okay, next question is to solve for the value of acceleration at point P. Recall that so acceleration ng point P, dalawa yan. We need to solve for the value of the tangential acceleration of point P plus yung normal acceleration at point P square. Kuha ba? Okay, remember, to solve for the normal acceleration at point P, we need the velocity at point B square all over the radius. Since nakuha naman natin yung velocity at point P, which is actually equivalent sa velocity at point B, so yan yung gagamitin natin, 1.06 meter per second, square natin yan, and then divide natin yan by ano yung radius natin sa point B, 0.4. Ito yun sa point B yan, 0.4. So makukuha natin dito, this is meter, so meter squared over second squared divided by meter, magiging meter per second square na lang yan, and that would give us 1.06 square divide 0.4, and that would give us what, 2.809. Okay, this is 2.809. Okay, actually sa solution ito, mas exact kung hindi natin round off, times this one is 0.15 I guess, so kung atin tong i-square directly then divided by 0.4, mas makukuha natin yung exact value to be ito yun, 2.827. so ito na lang exact value 827. Ito nakuha natin sa exact value kasi yung sa solution manual ito yung na-reflect, kasi exact value yung ginamit niya, so exact value na lang para makuha nito. Pero yung problem dito is yung acceleration tangential at point P. Okay, now recall natin yung acceleration tangential, di ba yung formula niyan is yung angular acceleration nating point P, or which is ang point B natin, times what, the radius. Nakuha natin, may radius man 0.4, pero yung angular acceleration hindi yan natin makuha pa. Okay, balik tayo ulit dito sa idea na kapag meron tayong belt and pulley, yung tangential acceleration ng point A, that is equivalent din sa tangential acceleration ng point B. Kuha ba? So we need just to solve for the value of the the acceleration tangential of point A. I think wala na tayong time, still have 2 minutes na lang, and mag-end na yung tawag nito. We'll just continue this tomorrow na lang, class. So kahapon we ended our discussion dito, tama ba?
Yes po.
Okay, so nakuha na natin yung acceleration normal sa point, normal acceleration at point P, or yung dito sa wheel B, no? Tama ba? So, recall lang natin ha, yung kukunin natin is yung velocity at saka acceleration of point P, wherein yung point P natin is nandito sa wheel B or along the wheel B. Okay. So, nakuha na natin yung velocity ni tawag nito ni point P sa wheel B. Okay. Considering that yung velocity sa pulley A should be equivalent lang sa velocity at sa wheel B, no? So, yung velocity sa wheel B, yan yung velocity ni point P. Kasi similar lang yan along yung P is along the B lang man. Okay, so therefore, dito na tayo sa acceleration. Sa acceleration, okay, makukuha natin yung acceleration ni particle o ni P, so, ni point P doon sa wheel B kung makukuha natin tong mga values ng tangential acceleration niya sa point P, ng point P at saka yung normal acceleration ng point P. Wherein nakuha na natin yung normal acceleration ng point P, tama ba? So this time, kukunin natin yung acceleration tangential ni point P. So to do that, we need to find muna tawag nito class, anong tawag nito? This is the angular acceleration ng wheel B natin, no? Okay. So, may binigay ba dito? Wala, no? Pero we know that yung acceleration ng ng pulley A is equivalent lang sa acceleration din ng wheel B. Okay? So, yung acceleration ng wheel A, pwede natin yan kunin from yung pulley A pala, from the angular acceleration ng pulley A, tapos yung radius ng pulley A, tama ba? Ito yung formula natin, tama ba? For acceleration. Okay, that is equivalent sa angular acceleration ni wheel B, or yes, ni wheel B, tapos yung radius ni wheel B. Okay, so saan natin kukunin yung acceleration ni tawag nito pulley A? Nabigay ba class? So binigay, no? Acceleration ni wheel A dito is 2 radians per second. So, yan yung gamitin natin na angular acceleration dito. So, this one is 2 radians per second square. Okay, multiply natin yan by yung RA. Yung RA natin is equivalent sa 0.15. Yan yung radius ni pulley A. Ito yun, 0.15. Equate natin yan this time by yung hinahanap natin, angular acceleration ni wheel B, and multiply natin by 0.4. Yan yung radius ni wheel B. So, therefore, makukuha natin yung value ng angular acceleration ni wheel B equivalent sa 2 times 0.15 divided by 0.4. So, makukuha natin yung value ng angular acceleration ni wheel B, 0.75. Okay. Since yung point P natin nandyan lang man din sa wheel B, so therefore yung angular acceleration ng wheel B is just also the angular acceleration din ng point A. Point P. So that is basically 0.75 then, and then that is to be multiplied by 0.4, no? So obviously that is just equivalent sa 0.3 meter per second square. Okay, nakuha na natin yung values ng normal acceleration tsaka yung tangential acceleration. Therefore, we can solve now for the value of the acceleration ng point P. So, that is just square root ng normal or tangential, 0.3 square. Add natin yung 2.87, mali pala, 2.827 squared. Anong value na makukuha natin dito, class? Okay, that is 0.3 square plus 2.827 square, and that would give us 2.84. Okay, 2.84, and that is meter per second square. Yan yung acceleration ng point P natin, which is nandun sa wheel B. Okay? So that is basically the solution for this problem. Tama ba, class? Okay, now proceed tayo dito sa example number 3. Okay, example number 3 problem is that the large window, so nakikita nyo, ito yung window natin. Okay, Naririnig niyo ba ako, class, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, ito yung window natin. Okay. Is opened using a hydraulic cylinder AB. So, parang to open itong window, okay, that is actuated by this hydraulic cylinder AB. Now, if the cylinder, itong cylinder AB, extend at a constant rate of 0.5 seconds, so yung pagtaas ng distance nitong cylinder AB is at a constant rate of 0.5, no? Determine the angular, ano daw yung angular velocity and angular acceleration of the window. So dito natin yan i-rotate. So ano daw yung magiging angular acceleration at saka angular velocity ng ating window. So ito yung mga pinapahanap. At the instant that yung angle daw natin is 30 degrees. Okay? So paano natin to iso-solve? Okay? Okay, to solve for this problem, ang gagawin natin is i-create natin itong parang oblique triangle nandito. So gawa tayo ng triangle, oblique triangle, okay, like this one. Okay. Ayan. Okay, ganyan, no? So ito 2 meters, ito 'yon. Tapos meron tayong theta dito. And then we have here S, no? And then we have here, ito 1 meter. Hindi nag-change to, class, at the same time ito din. The only changing variable here is itong S, no? Habang nag-i-increase yung S, okay. Pag ganun ng pag ganun, similar pa rin yung value ng dito, 1 pa rin yan. At saka ito, 2 pa rin yan, no? Hindi naman mag-move yung walls. Hindi rin mag-move tong length ng window or height ng window. So, ang mag-change lang dyan is yung S. So, ito, kasi tataas ng tataas yan para mag-open din yung window. Okay. Now, at the instant that yung window natin is 30 degrees, okay, 30 degrees, anong value ng S natin? Kukunin natin yung value ng S natin, no? So, basically, we can use the cosine law, di ba? If na-remember nyo yung cosine law, yung opposite ng ating angle, may question ba, class?
Sir, murag wala gali yung PPT, sir.
Hindi pipiti man. One note to.
Sir,
Ang
PPT
OneNote.
among makita, sir.
Ha? Pipiti yung makita nyo?
Wala galihok, sir. Tatlo lang kadat. After ito, tatlo kadat, wala na.
Wait sa. So hindi nyo na
Di makita mo ginasulat, sir.
Ha? Sorry?
Di makita mo ginasulat.
Di makita kong ginasulat. Pero katong gaganina, atong acceleration at point P, nakita din ninyo. Ha? Hello? Okay. Stop sharing muna ako, ha. Hindi ba, yung acceleration at point P, yung problem number 2 na discussion, continuation, nakita to ninyo, akong gisulat.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sa problem number 3 lang ang wala.
Opo.
Okay, sige. Thank you, ha. So, ito yun, okay. Kindly confirm if makita nyo na, ha.
Okay na, sir. Okay na,
Makita
sir.
na, sir.
Okay. Sabihan nyo lang ako na kung di nyo naman makita, no. So, using cosine law, so whatever yung side na opposite sa ating angle, di ba? Gagamitan natin yan ng cosine law. So, dito yung opposite side, S squared yan. S squared, equivalent siya sa yung dalawang sides, no. A squared plus B squared minus 2 tapos AB. Then that is cosine of whatever angle. Okay. So, kukunin natin yung value ng S natin. So, basically, S squared is equivalent. Yung A natin, kahit sino lang dyan. Kahit pwede yung 1, pwede din 2. So, 1 na lang. 1 squared plus 2 squared minus 2. Yung A natin is 1 din. Yung B is 2. Then, cosine of 30 degree. So, anong makukuha natin value for S? By taking the root, no? Taking the root of this one. Anong value ng S natin makukuha, class? Sige daw. Pakikuha naman. Okay, makita nyo to, class. Tama ba? Wala siya na-stuck or ano ba?
Okay na, sir. Okay na.
Okay. Thank you. So that is cosine 30. Ang sagot dito is 1.239. So do we have the same answer? So yan yung value ng ating
Yes, sir.
S. Okay?
Same,
S.
sir.
Okay, at the instant na 30 degree daw yung angle, ha. At the instant na 30 degree yung angle. Hindi yung fix, okay? Nag-change yan. Pero we will consider it when theta is equivalent sa 30 degrees. Now, since yung kukunin natin is yung angular acceleration at saka angular angular acceleration at saka angular velocity, okay, ang gagawin natin dito class is basically, we will be parang gagamitan natin ito ng differential calculus. We will take the time rates of this equation. So, di ba yung S is nag-change yan? Only yung S ang nag-change. At saka yung, of course, yung theta. Okay, remember yung angular acceleration, that is d theta over dt. And then yung angular velocity pala, yung angular acceleration naman is the first derivative of your angular velocity with respect to time, or that is the second derivative ng ating angular displacement or angular d theta, okay, over dt, okay, or with respect to time. So, galing dito sa s squared, okay, s squared equivalent sa a squared plus b squared minus 2, okay, ab cosine theta. Since yung s at saka yung theta is the only changing variables, mean to say, etong lahat na to, it will be treated as constant, no? So, if we take the derivative of this one with respect to time, and that would give us 2s ds over dt, tama ba? Equivalent yan sa 0 plus 0 kasi constant lahat yan, okay? Minus, ito, yung a natin, di ba, that is 1. Ito, 2. So, meaning to say, 2 times 1 times 2, magiging negative 4 yan, no? Then, derivative ng cosine is equivalent lang sa negative sine theta d theta over dt. Tama ba, class? Can you confirm if tama to? Tama ba? So, ito, negative times negative, magiging positive yan. And then, that is 4. So, meaning to say, this, we have here 2s ds over dt, equivalent yan sa, okay, we have here what? Positive 4 sine theta d theta over dt. Diba ito yung, ano to class? That is your angular velocity. Tama? Okay, yan yung kukunin natin value. Pero gawin natin is that, ito, simplify pa natin. I-isolate natin tong d theta. So that means we can factor this out, or yes, magiging 1 to, ito magiging 2, then cross multiply, we have here s ds over dt, equivalent siya to 2 sine theta. Yan na yung magiging value natin, d theta over dt. Okay, kasi later we will be deriving naman this one para makuha natin yon angular acceleration. Okay, since meron na tayong values ng s, and ds and dt, that is given naman, which is equivalent sa 5 meter per second, yan yung rate ng pag-change nitong s natin, or hydraulic cylinder AB, so that is ds over dt, and that at the instant na yung theta natin is 30 degree. So, buo na yung magiging mga values ng itong mga variables, so therefore makukuha na natin yung first problem, which is yung angular acceleration, that is d theta over dt. Okay? So, that is s. Yung s natin, again, that is 1.239. Nakuha natin kanina. Ito yon. Ito yung s natin, class. Okay. Hold on. So, this is 1.239, no? And then, that is to be multiplied by 5. Yan yung nakuha natin kanina na 0.5 ba yun o 5? Hold on. Balik tayo. 0.5 pala. Sobrang laki naman ng 5 meter per second, no? So, meaning to say, this one is, okay, so hold on, this is meters, okay? This one is 0.5 meter per second, okay? That is all over 2, okay, 2. Then, we have here sine. Sorry, parang may mali. Okay, sorry hold on. 2s, yung SDS, sine, okay, 2, tama naman, di ba? Okay, so that would give us 2 sine 30. Okay, anong value makukuha natin dito, class? For angular velocity. Sige daw. Yung angular velocity, mangyari niyan, that is 1.239 tapos 0.5 all over 2 tapos sine 30. Yung makuha nating value dito is equivalent sa 0.6195 or that is about 0.62, no? Radians per second. Paano na radians per second to? Well, dun kailangan ma-eliminate yung meters, no? Ma-meter squared man to. Okay, parang may mali. Sorry. Sandali lang lasa. Negative 2b. Tama naman, no? So, s squared. S is 1.329. Meter. Tama naman. Meter. Okay. Tama naman yung answer natin. Pero, di ko lang ma-eliminate yung meters. So, ito kasi, mangyari nito meter squared, di ba? Over second. Very odd, no? Odd yung magiging ano natin. Although tama naman yung process natin, siguro nagkataon lang to or I don't know. Wait sa saan tayo nagkamali, class? What do you think?
Sa kuan sir, sa pag-substitute sa A o B gani sir, di ba naka-meter man tada.
Yes, naka-meter to. Okay, naka-meter to.
So
So meter to, tama ba?
meter squared dapat ang 2 sir sa denominator.
Ha? Yung 2?
But
Ay, yung 2
yes,
dito. Hold on. Okay, tama no? Tama no? Tama din. Ito pala 2, tama. Dito, na ano ko man din ba? Na, tama no? Dito, naka-meter squared to. Tama din. Okay. Di ko ma-gets kasi paano na, ano no? Ma-eliminate yung meter. Okay, tama pala. Okay, kasi itong 4, meter square yan, no? Kasi negative 2, tapos 1 meter, tapos 2 meters, meter squared yan. So, ito, magiging meter squared to, no? So 2 meter square. So makancel yung lahat ng meter. Matira is walang unit dun sa numerator over second. Pag walang unit, radian yan. O, radian per second. Tama. Thank you. Thank you pala nun ha. So yung sagot dito is radians per second. Okay? So ngayon, tisolve naman natin yung angular acceleration. Yung angular acceleration, as I've said, that is the second derivative naman ng theta natin with respect to tawag nito, time. Okay. Now, ang gagawin natin is that itong nakuha natin kanina, itong value na to. Okay, since that is both differentiable, no? Differentiable siya by t. Okay, ang gagawin natin diyan is that i-derive natin to. Okay. So, basically, we will be deriving this one s ds over dt with respect to sin theta with respect to theta ulit. Okay, so we're in. Okay, hold on wait sandali lang ha, check ko lang sa solution manual. Okay, sige, try natin to, no? So, we have here, ano to, class? Parang meron tayong, etong 1/2, ano natin yan, factor out, no? So, that is d over dt, that is s ds over dt over sine theta. Okay? So, parang meron tayong quotient rule. Tama ba, class? U over v. So, that is v du tapos u dv. Tama? Okay, so yung angular acceleration natin, 1/2. So yung v natin is sin theta. Okay. Yung derivative ng ating v, which is s ds dt. So basically that is equivalent sa, paano to, class? Sorry. Hold on. Yung ds over dt pala natin, that is 0.5, tama ba? This one is 0.5. So, pwede na natin gawin tong 0.5 para di tayo malito, no? This is 0.5. Okay, so kaya sin theta tapos derivative nito is 0.5 0.5, that is ds over dt pa rin, no? Derivative ng s, that is ds over dt pa rin. Which is actually 0.5 pa rin, no? Minus, okay, minus udv. udv, okay, 0.5s, yan yung u natin. And derivative ng v is cosine theta. And then, this is d theta over dt. Kuha ba? All over, okay, sine squared theta. Okay? So, atin tong evaluate when theta is equivalent sa 30 degrees. So, therefore, this is sine 30 degrees. Okay? Ito, 0.5. Etong ds, 0.5 over, ds over dt, 0.5 din, di ba yan? Okay, minus 0.5. Tapos, yung s natin is 1.239. Nakuha natin kanina. Okay, cosine of 30. Yung d theta over dt natin, basically, that is yung angular velocity natin, which is nakuha na natin dito. That is 0.62. 0.62. All over sine. Yung theta natin is 30 degree. Square natin to. Okay. Anong value makukuha natin dito, class? For angular acceleration. So, 1 half. 0.5. We have here sine 30. Make sure na naka-degrees kayo, 0.5 square. Square ko na lang to, minus 0.5. 1.239. Tapos, we have cosine 30. Then, that is to be multiplied by 0.62. All over yan sa, okay, sine 30 square. So, ang sagot dito, that is equivalent sa negative, okay, negative 0.415. Okay, that is radians per second square. Okay, yan na yung magiging sagot natin for this problem. I hope nakuha nyo, no? So, just remember lang, yung angular acceleration is the second derivative of your theta with respect to time. Or that is the first derivative nitong angular acceleration, angular velocity natin. At saka yung angular velocity naman is the first derivative ng theta natin with respect to time. Yung theta natin is angular position or yung angular displacement. Okay? Nakuha ba, class, itong problem number 3?